Hey all! This year, Integrity Toys is celebrating its 30th anniversary. It was this July when the celebrations began. They had a live streaming event on July 18th, and they also unveiled a new collector edition Janay doll.
It's really celebrating Black dolls, ethnic dolls, which is, what made Integrity Toys what it is today.
So with that, let us unveil Mother of Pearl Janay, the Integrity Toys 30th anniversary gorgeous couture doll.
Janay basically was Integrity Toys' original mascot. She was Integrity's original Barbie before Poppy Parker kind of took over the reign. If you don't know, Integrity Toys actually started out as a playline doll line. Integrity Toys was kind of like the ethnically diverse answer to Barbie. Integrity prided itself upon releasing dolls that weren't all blonde and blue-eyed. Originally, we had a friend group consisting mostly of 3 characters, among them, of course, Janay, as well as Jade and Alyssa Rodriguez. This playline era of Integrity Toys kind of lasted from 1995 up until 2004-2005, so the first decade of Integrity was mostly dedicated to releasing playline dolls. You can see the 2004 version of Janay that I have right here. It's a super beautiful doll. I think I unboxed her as well as the Jade doll from this line in a previous video. I think this line was called Street Style, maybe? I'm totally blanking here. But you can already see that by 2004, Integrity Toys dolls, even the playline ones, were of a super high quality. And the faces were always beautiful. The bodies were super sturdy and very well made and very well manufactured. And by the early 2000s, the clothing was also very, very well made. And I just loved this original friend group of Integrity Toys girls, Jade, Alyssa, and Janay. They're pretty iconic. And there were also other characters, like I think there was a character named Giselle, who was sort of maybe the Barbie of that era. And there were also a lot of boy characters whose names I have no idea what they are. Now you might know of Ken, my fairy dolly godmother, who's always so kind enough to send me boxes filled to the brim with beautiful toys. Ken was kind enough to send me a box full of Integrity dolls, and he also wrote this little note for me. It says, "Hi Cami, may this box find you full of integrity. Literally. LOL, Ken." I've opened up the box and I still have all of the dolls gift wrapped, but I think there are a couple of Outlast, there are a couple of Candi dolls, and Candi was basically a mail order doll line made by lovers of vintage era Barbies. That's why a lot of the Candi girls were modeled after vintage era Barbies. Now Candi girls and Candi dolls, a lot of them were also manufactured by Integrity Toys, so it all ties it together. And the face mold that was originally used for Alyssa Rodriguez is the same face mold that was used for the Charisse dolls, released by Mikelman as well as Jason Wu. And that's why, if you're familiar with the channel Edmond's Collectibles and Toys, you always hear him say that Alyssa Rodriguez, he introduces her when he's moving on to his panel of fashion dolls, that Alyssa Rodriguez is Jason Wu's original muse. So therefore, you can see that before Poppy Parker, Alyssa was basically head bitch in charge here when it comes to the more collector level Integrity dolls. I'm kind of glad to get all of these Integrity Toys dolls from their playline era, from the first decade of when they were around, to share them with you, because I think it's fun to just look at the beginnings, the humble beginnings, back when the company was basically a whole other entity than it is today. So let's dive right in. First, I'm checking out this beautiful box with gold stars that say thank you, and for sharing these beautiful dollies with me. So the first doll that I have here is the Hair Highlights Jade doll, and she's beautiful. You can see that for this era, the 90s era, this doll was released in 1996. Jade had a different face mold from the one that I showed you earlier, which was a doll released in 2004. And she's a super cute doll. I think this hair highlights concept is very much reminiscent of dolls like Totally Hair, Hollywood Hair, and Cool Clips. She's wearing a very beautiful Cheongsam, and did I pronounce it correctly? Correct me if I'm wrong. Type of dress, and it's pink, but it has some gold flowers on it. And she also wears gold hoop earrings, and there's a pair of gold pumps that you can put on her. I also love this little picture of the girl with her hair clips that basically shows that girls could also share the hair clips with their doll. It says Hair Highlights Jade, Integrity Toys, Incorporated manufactures ethnic toys. Look for Jeline, May, and Cam available in our line. Collect them all. So you can see, aside from Jade, Alyssa, and Janay, there were also some other characters that Integrity manufactured, though they were mostly reserved for special lines like this one. It also says, for comments and suggestions, email us at intoysinc@worldnet.att.net. To order by mail, visit our website at www.carrycom.com/thedollstore or call the telephone number. So it's very progressive, to say the least, that a company in 1996 was already advertising itself on the World Wide Web and giving people the opportunity to buy their products online already. Super cute, so really glad to have her. And on to the next one. This one is super stunning. This one is the African Legends Janay, the Tale of the Two Sisters. It's a super beautiful doll. It's very reminiscent of Dolls of the World. And I love these legends line that Integrity had. They also had like Egyptian legends with this super beautiful Queen of the Nile doll that I would love to own. And this African Legends Janay is also super cute. She's really pretty. Now you could argue that there are a lot of design similarities with this one and some of the Dolls of the World dolls that Mattel released. And I think there was a lot of back and forth between designs that Mattel released, and Integrity ended up picking up the design and releasing their own version. But I just think this doll is breathtaking, and she uses the Janay face from the 2000s. This doll is from 2003, and it says African Legends, the Tale of the Two Sisters. When the king decided that it was time for his son Prince Tariq to select a wife, a message was sent to all the nearby villages with the happy news. Proud fathers from all over were invited to introduce their daughters to the prince. However, every citizen of the Serengeti agreed that old Barumba's daughters were the most beautiful they had ever seen. Janay, the kind and generous sunshine girl, was everyone's favorite in the running, but all knew too well that her evil twin sister Nakia, although equally enchanting, was self-centered and devious. Oh man, this is for ages 3+, so it's very funny to read a write-up like this. It says that Nakia, she would certainly do anything to win the prince's heart, even cast mysterious spells that only she knew the secrets to. Who will be the chosen one? You decide. Create your own adventures with the African Legends collection. And it also included a Nakia and was the Prince Tariq doll. So yeah, I think this is just really, really amazing to have this. I mean, this is the type of write-up that AI can generate. This is the type of shit that only humans can come up with. And between the 90s Integrity as well as the 2000s Integrity Toys dolls, you can already see the difference in the logos they used for the dolls. So you can see an evolution that went on from 1996 to 2003, and an evolution that would continue to become even wilder beyond that. Now I wanted to open up this Slimbox doll. I think that this doll, I can see that this doll is a candy doll, a retro candy doll. And I think also this one is also a candy doll. So of the 9 dolls that I got, 6 of them are Integrity, I think, and these 3 are probably candy. Though with this one, I'm not sure. This could very well also be an Integrity toy doll, maybe a basic doll, maybe a Beachline doll. I saw a couple of beach lines that Integrity released, so let's check out what this one is. No! This one is the official Integrity Toys designer kit. It's basically a doll that you can customize yourself. So it's just a blank body, a blank face doll head, and some additional hair. Basically a piece that you can use as bangs for the doll. And you can design this doll yourself. So Integrity already by 2003 had these types of releases. I mean, the collectors who end up going to the convention know that Integrity does have a lot of releases like this nowadays too. But even back then, they already had releases where we were able to customize themselves. And it also looks like this is an articulated type of body that is very similar to the articulation that we used to get like in the 80s, where there's like an arm that is sort of like having wire articulation with an articulated hand. Don't know which face mode they used here. I assume it's the Janay face mode, maybe. But it doesn't really look like the face modes that I know from the A-line Integrity Toys dolls all that well. It says it includes an articulated doll body, a doll head, spool of doll hair fiber, basic dress pattern, instruction sheet. Supplies needed are scissors, soft sculpture needles, size 00 paintbrush or smaller, basic acrylic artist paint, white, black, red, blue, yellow, approximately a 1/4 yard of fabric, and sewing supplies. So this is sort of like a create your own doll type of thing, and it's awesome. I think it's really, really interesting. I'm not the best at repainting dolls, I have to say, and I also never really dabbled that much in rerouting. So I am interested to check out the pattern to see what type of dress was given to us as a way to make a garment for this type of doll body. Now let's check out this one that is wrapped in this coral red color. Now this is the retro candy that I can already sort of see through the parchment paper. Now this one is a retro candy by Mikelman in a red swimsuit. I think this is the type of retro candy doll that has a bobble cut sort of hairstyle. There are a lot of beautiful vintage inspired illustrations of Barbie-esque dolls wearing Barbie-esque vintage fashions on the sides of the box. And this is the type of box that is very much made in the vintage style of Barbie boxes. No. Okay, I'm really excited because this is I did expect like this to be inside, like a Caucasian red swimsuit wearing blonde doll, but no, this is actually a black retro candy with raven colored hair, beautiful makeup, beautiful white swimsuit, super cute, super adorable. And now this is I think part of the reason why maybe they started doing these dolls in the 90s, to just sort of like make up for the fact that in the 60s and 50s we did not really have like vintage style black Barbie dolls come out. So it was great of like basically fans of this type of fashion doll, like Mikelman is, like Jason Wu is, to end up manufacturing these types of dolls. Now I'm just quickly taking it out because I wanted to check out the markings on the back, because as I had said, these dolls are basically manufactured by Integrity Toys. Though that's maybe more with the Therese dolls that Mikelman ended up releasing, because this one says Hamilton Toys. Yeah, Hamilton is the manufacturer of the candy line. And the head sculpt is also the Hamilton Toys, copyright 1990. So yeah, Mikelman and Jason Wu were among the people who were designing the Candy Girls and the Therese dolls for Hamilton Toys, which was then the mail order type of fashion doll that was catering towards a lot of the more adult collectors. Now I have very little knowledge of them, so if you know more about them, I would love to hear more about them from you in the comments down below. But this doll is super pretty, like just look at her face. Like her makeup and her beautiful pretty bubble cut. She's really pretty. And now let's unbox another of the Integrity ones. I'm curious to see which one this is. Now this is another 90s Integrity Toys doll, and this is the Alyssa version of the hair highlights line that I had shown you, featuring Jade. Now it also features Alyssa, and it says that you should also look for Marissa, Gabriella, this name, Teresita, Ariana, and Mariana available in our line. I think it's Teresita. You can, I'll just show you the names of the other girls as friends of Alyssa's that were part of this hair highlights line, just like Jade had her own friend group in this line here. But this one, even though the Jade doll used an open mouth sculpt that was only used for Jade's in the 90s, this one uses the Therese Alyssa face that was also used on the 2000s doll that I had shown you earlier, but the screening is very different. And yeah, I love the box design. I love all the flowers that they hand painted and used as part of the box design. I think the outfit she's wearing is super cute. It's this metallic magenta color pants with a top that is sort of like looking like gift wrapping paper. And also here I love the little picture of the girl with the hair clips of the doll inside of her own hair. So yeah, this is super cute. Really excited to have her. Up next, let's open up this doll that is wrapped in this parchment paper that is white with some pink dots. Oh, okay. It's not just only Integrity Toys dolls that I have here. There's also a Barbie doll, and it's a doll that I talked to with Ken about. I think you remember, I think you can maybe even see that I had unboxed Dolls of the World Brazilian as well as Nigerian Barbie. And in that video, I made the mistake of saying that I think Nigerian Barbie is the only Barbie part of the Dolls of the World line, along with the late 90s Moroccan Barbie that uses the Christie face. But no, there was another one from Dolls of the World that used the Christie face, and Ken was so kind to correct me that it was Jamaican Barbie. Okay, this is really exciting. This is so awesome to have this is Jamaican Barbie special edition. It doesn't necessarily say like Dolls of the World, but like with those two, it also didn't say Dolls of the World, I think. So this is Jamaican Barbie that also uses the Christie face, just like Nigerian Barbie did, and just like Moroccan Barbie did. And yeah, I just love her traditional attire that she's wearing. Such a super cute doll, super cute. I just love the drawings of Jamaica next to the Barbie logo on the box. Also love all of the things that it says about Jamaica. The back of the box, which is probably outdated by now, but still, you have to basically see this as sort of like a time capsule from 1991 about things and tidbits that you should know about Jamaica. I also love like history books from that era, from like the 80s and 90s. I have a couple, and I also love just browsing in them and reading up about facts of yesteryear, about certain countries, certain historical facts, and the way they viewed it, and the way they viewed basically the world back then, which is super different from the way people view the world now. But yeah, this Christie is super adorable. I'm really excited to basically be able to have her join my Nigerian Barbie there in the back. So are these maybe also... Okay, I can see the Mattel logo here, so this is another... Barbie just creeps away into all of my videos, even if they're themed after other toy companies. But this one isn't Mattel. This is not Mattel. I think this is another Integrity Toys doll. I think this is another 2000s Integrity Toys doll. No, not 2000s. Oh, it is. It is from exactly the year 2000. It is Janay, Braid Me Beautiful. And this doll was apparently a Kmart exclusive. I think a lot of the Integrity Toys dolls were exclusive to Kmart stores. You were not able to get them anywhere else. I guess Mattel was the pushy bully that they always were, telling other retailers to not free up shelf space for competitors, to exclusively reserve shelf space for Barbie products. So therefore, Integrity basically had to go to stores like Kmart, who were happy enough to have them. And the thing is, with this Janay doll, she has a different face sculpt from the later early 2000s Janay doll, the one that I initially showed you at the beginning of the video. And this face is very reminiscent of the Barbie Mackie face. So it's a very adorable doll, and there aren't a lot of Mackies in this skin tone. I do have a Mackie in the skin tone that Ken was so kindly to gift me as well. She's gonna make an appearance in a future video, but I just love this whole design, this whole box. And the back of the box is even more awesome because it has a ton of pictures of other lines. Now, of course, the Braid Me Beautiful is probably reminiscent of like Beat Blast, but I just love her hairstyle here. She's got this super high ponytail with all of her hair braided in these bigger braids, and it's a super awesome hairstyle. Like, this doll is so awesome. And you can see all of the other lines from this era of Integrity, and one of them is the Pop Diva line, Diva 2000, which I'm really interested in, because the dolls from this Diva 2000 line were modeled after Ultra Nate, and she's the one who made the 2000s gay anthem Free, so you probably know her from that song. So yeah, If you ever want to have an alternate celebrity doll, you basically have to get the Janay Diva 2000s doll with the short buzz cut and the blonde hair. I also love the digital darling. Like, those dolls look so awesome. Like, this whole aesthetic, the late 90s. Like, this is basically like Y2K, really. Like, the thing that a lot of people associate with the Y2K is more like 2003, 2004-ish, which isn't really Y2K. But this digital darling, like this, everything is metallic and glossy and blue, silver. That's very Y2K. As is this Janay doll with this silver metallic two-piece that she's wearing, and she's super cute. So yeah, I'm really, really excited to have her. So thank you. She looks incredible. So before we finish this video, which is supposed to be all about Integrity Toys dolls with a Barbie doll, let's check out this candy doll that I have here. Now this is a Candy Girls Fashion Candy Couture doll that I have the #1 box Asian American doll, but Ken has now gifted me also the #2 box African American doll, and she's super pretty. I actually, a couple of days ago, was that I had messaged Ken about these African American Candy Couture dolls, because the face of this doll reminds me a lot of the face of the very first African American, or basically very first black German fashion doll, which was Donna Sommerwind, or the Donna Sommerwind from the 70s, which was part of the Petra line of dolls. And the face is very similar looking. I'll just quickly take her out, and then I'm going to be showing you side by side. You can see that she has this little red dress on. The Asian variant that I have has a little black dress on. Design-wise, they're basically the same, so it's a very, very simple doll, but you're able to do whatever with her. So you're able to just dress her in so many different kinds of fashions and outfits, and just restyle her. But yeah, the face, as I had said, reminds me a lot of the type of face that they had put on the Donna Sommerwind doll. What I love is just the write-up on these boxes that used to be put onto them. This came out in 1997, and it says, "Life is a multicultural event. Let's celebrate life. Collect the multicultural faces of fashion candy girls. Love and accept your own visual imagery, so that you may freely embrace the beauty of others. The body of our doll is not an idea, but it sure is ideal for design. One great ideal, the love of self. Empower the children." I don't even have to go that far to basically just pick out the Asian American variant. She was just here in my drawer next to me, where I always film. And yeah, this is the Asian variant that Ken was so kind to gift to me, and I think it's a different face. Just looking at them side by side. Yeah, the face mode is definitely different. The jaw and cheekbones of the African American variant is more pronounced and a bit more sharper. The Asian variant has a more rounder face. So now, the big finale of my Integrity Toys themed video is gonna be a Barbie. At the end of the day, Integrity basically started as sort of like the anti-Barbie. It consisted of Barbie's ethnic friends, but didn't feature Barbie herself. Like, we had Jade, the Asian. With Alyssa Rodriguez, we had the Latin friend, and we had Janay, the black friend. So it's funny that eventually, moving forward, Integrity transformed into the world of Poppy Parker, basically, which was more or less really there to evoke Barbie herself, the original blonde bombshell. No way! No fucking way. If you follow me on Instagram, you must remember that a few weeks back, when I had initially posted a couple of pictures of the new holiday dolls from 2025 that are coming out this year, I also posted this holiday sparkle doll from 2013 as sort of like a way to show that budget playline dolls from back then, if they're not better in quality compared to the holiday dolls that we get now, they were at least prettier to look at in design, basically. And yeah, we have the Nikki here, the African American holiday sparkle Barbie version, and she's so pretty. She's super stunning. Her face is stunning. I love her hairstyle. I love her dress. I just super love this doll. So yeah, let's save the best for last. I think this is the one that even though this whole video is supposed to be about integrity toys, I think this is the doll that I'm really the most excited about. So thank you, Can. This is just awesome. This is just like there's a psychic link. Like, I just think of it all, and then poof, she pops up inside of one of your packages. So thank you. So many great dolls that I've looked at, and also sort of like a stroll down memory lane in terms of where Integrity Toys used to be 30 years ago, and a way to show that, yeah, they used to have some humble beginnings, but I think their heart was always in the right place in terms of what they wanted to achieve when releasing fashion dolls. So it was great to see a company that is out there who is just repping other diversities and other, like, just repping POC people, which is so important, which is basically what Mattel also does nowadays. But in terms of quality, these dolls are just like, Integrity was showing us that POC people are fashionable, have pride, can show out, can show off, and are just amazing. And Barbie nowadays also prides itself in being diverse, but they're not really having that type of mantra. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this new format that I was trying to do, just a way for me to streamline basically filming. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you thought this video was trash, leave a dislike. Subscribe to my channel if you have not done so already, and I might be seeing you in my next video. So bye for now.